Porn star August Ames was found dead. She committed suicide apparently. And then when you start digging into what happened behind the scenes of this and the backstory, it does get kind of confusing and disturbing. She's 23 years old, she's married with a husband, and then apparently she committed suicide, was found dead Tuesday. The tweet that kind of launched it all was when she tweeted, "Whichever lady performer is replacing me tomorrow for Erotica X News, you're shooting with a guy who has shot gay porn, just to let you know. BS is all I can say. Do agents really not care about who they're representing? Hashtag LA Direct, I do my homework for my body." And then she had some emojis with like a nerd pencil magnifying glass. And so the question was, what happened? She apparently refused to have sex with someone on camera because he had been in gay porn and because of his personal life outside is what has been cited. And so the question was, and then she got a lot of negative feedback from people who called her homophobic. She fought back. There's a lot of details. Did you guys read into this story?
I did.
Is there anything you want to bring up about it, about like behind the scenes?
Well, nothing behind the scenes, but I think so. People are calling her homophobic. I'm sorry, because she was saying that she didn't want to have sex with a man because he had also engaged in homosexual sex with another man, right? Okay. Well, in the industry, the standards for testing and protecting oneself or working in adult entertainment are a lot more strict than in the gay porn industry. So my opinion on what she says, I think she was well in her right to send that tweet. I don't think she was homophobic. And again, it was her body. I mean, don't you guys think she should have the autonomy and the right to say, hey, I don't want to do this shot because I don't know what people not do outside of their day job, which is being important. Like, how is that? I didn't deem that homophobic in the least.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think that she should be able to decide and say like, yes, this is something I want to partake in, or no, I don't. However, I don't know if it's right to necessarily single out gay people, because I think that people that are straight can also engage in activities that aren't necessarily safe and can put somebody else who they have sex with in a position where they could, catch something. But I mean, I didn't know that in the straight industry, the standards and like the testing is a lot more strict. I didn't know that.
You have Measure B. Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, I think that what the conversation you guys are engaging in right now is an important one that I think that August was trying to voice and begin. And what happened was all these trolls took to her tweet and they just started berating her and saying a lot of awful things, and she got a lot of hate. It's pretty, it's really grim and unsettling to go through her Twitter feed, because you see the last tweet that she sent, as far as we know, before she committed suicide, is "fuck y'all," and she was really like beaten down by a lot of these trolls. And the conversation that you guys were having, and I'm not faulting like only the trolls were the cause of this. I don't want to say that, but it definitely did hit home to her. She was obviously affected by it, and you can see this play out on her Twitter feed. The conversation you guys are having respectfully is one that I wish would have been had of this Twitter conversation, because I think it's an important one to have within this industry, which I know very little of, but it doesn't seem like that's what happened. It seemed like people just ramped it up and
off the rail.
Of course they did. That's what they do on social media. When people, and that's why, and I constantly say this, that social media is this toxic place for people that just want to, that have this opinion that they think it's okay to be hateful. Daron, you're right. It's not okay for one person to single out a group of people and say this is why, but we don't work in that industry. And if you again do your research and look at tweets from other people that work in adult film, and there's articles and from the AIDS Health Foundation, and also the industry, there's an entity that is specifically funded by the adult film industry to test people. They will tell you that there's a lot of things that go unnoticed, that people have engaged in really risky practices outside of coming to work. And I'm sure there's stories upon stories upon stories from people that are actors that will agree with that. So where she was coming from was immediately where I went to, that yes, she has to take onus of her health, because obviously this industry is not doing it for her.
So there were some tweets in the whole back and forth. Nicole Easton is one who backed August and said it's because she does not know what they do in their private life, so test it or not. That test could be tainted already from their private life. There's basically a 14-day window. She and I both have turned down plenty of performers because even if they have a clean test, we do not trust their private lives. That was retweeted by August, and she added, from men and women. She said, I don't have anything to apologize for. Apologizing for taking extra steps to ensure that my body stays safe. Fuck you guys attacking me when none of my intentions were malicious. I fucking love the gay community. What the fuck ever. I choose who I have inside my body. No hate. You know, she has had crossover talent on her no list, she says, which is the list of people she refuses to have sex with because of whatever reason.
Right.
You can just put someone on your no list, period, because you don't approve of other things in their personal life, like they've been accused of sexual assault outside, or you just don't get along with them, or for whatever reason, you just have a no list. She said, I also had tons of straight males / females on my no list for being too promiscuous in their personal lives. So it's really tough. The more you dig deep into it, the more you really see a couple things. One, how affected she was by this conversation. Two, the support that she's getting from a bunch of other people within the adult film community. And three, just like you want to grab these people and say, don't listen to the trolls. There's so much more, and it's very easy. I guess by now my skin's just so hardened to it that like, almost when I get a negative comment, I think it's hilarious that someone spent this much time doing it.
Absolutely agreed, totally.
And that's just, I don't know if that's healthy or not, but that's kind of the approach that I've grown to have.
But I think that what was really remarkable to me was like there was this barrage, like it wasn't just one or two nasty comments, like people went off on her Twitter. And it's, especially hearing you read that back, Brett, she was so articulate and I think clear in what her stance was and why she was saying what she was saying. It's mind-blowing to me that people were so negative and that just came down so harshly.
It's because I think, I agree with you, Grace. I think the reason why people weren't is because we still have this thought and this idea that adult film and pornography is bad. That people who do that are sluts. They're less than, they're uneducated. This is all you can do is be a sex worker, which is not the case. I read when I went back, because I wanted to make sure. Sometimes when we get headlines like this, we miss a lot of things, and we get the end result. Right. Like you said, Grace, I went back and just read everything, and she was super articulate, and even went back and apologized before it escalated. I think it's sad though that she did take her life. They said she was battling with depression. You know, people that battle with depression are 30% more likely to commit suicide when they're triggered and are engaging in really hostile interactions.